Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to go ahead and get off into this look. It's probably not going to be anything extravagant. I say that now and then I probably will change my mind, but as of right now it's not going to be anything extravagant because yeah, I'm not going nowhere. Well, I kind of am, but I'm not. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I used some setting powder just to dry out my eyebrows because sometimes they be a little bit, too oily. So I needed to dry them out. So I am super tired. I went to bed early, but then I had to get up because my friend had a dinner and I needed to attend it. It's like 11:30 at night. Like, why? I have a real question for people who are in their 30s. Like, why are we doing parties at 11 o'clock at night or dinners at 11 o'clock? Aren't we all tired, or is that just me? Or is it just the people who have kids? Well, no, because she has kids and she totally wanted to go out last night. I'm like, girl, it is late. Why are we doing this? I don't know. I feel like I'm getting old. I just feel like being out all types of the night is just not my thing anymore. I mean, I can't really tell you the last time that it was my thing, but for sure it's not my thing now. So before I even get into like this video, like for real, I wanted to address the 480p thing. I heard you guys. I heard you loud and clear. I heard several of you, okay? I don't know what that is, okay? I looked online and basically it looked like I'm doing it right. So I think it might be like a setting on YouTube that's wrong. I'm gonna figure it out. I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to figure it out. Hopefully by the time that this video is uploaded, we've gotten it done. I don't even know how you guys are seeing that, honestly. Like, are you looking at the video and then it just shows you it's in 480? I don't even know where you guys are seeing this. I guess I don't be on YouTube that much. Like, literally just upload it. I feel so old saying that, but honestly, I just upload videos, so I don't know. But I am definitely going to look into that for you guys to make sure we get it corrected, because we want you guys to have the best experience possible so you can zoom in on all of this lace, girl. I feel like that's what you guys want to see, the blemishes and stuff that I have on my face, blemishes and dark marks and stuff. But whatever, I'm going to definitely see if I can make that happen for you. You guys are probably wondering, how was the sister concert? Well, honestly, I didn't get a chance to go because my friend was incorrect. You know how like sometimes you have friends that are super spontaneous and that's just how they live their life? My friend is like that, and I'm starting to realize like we live two separate lives, and that's okay. Like, we still come together in the end, but our lifestyles are completely different. This is a Jacklyn Hill palette by Morphe. Got all these different browns and stuff in it. This is what I'm using, and I'm just gonna take a couple of the lighter shade browns to start them out as my transition color or whatever, and just kind of beat this off in here. But anyway, so my friend emailed me back in January. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you've already heard this story, and I'm sorry that I have to repeat it, but for the people that don't follow me on there, I gotta say it. So, she emailed me back in January. Not emailed me, Lord have mercy. She texted me back in January and she's like, hey, you want to go to the SZA concert? I'm like, yeah, I do. Let's go. So we found tickets for like $234, and they were really good seats, like really good seats, right? So I told her, I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and tell you the money. She like, okay, cool, let me go ahead and get to checkout and then I'll tell you how much the price is. So I guess in the midst of her getting to checkout, she must have gotten on TikTok or talked to somebody or something and was told, well, I don't think SZA's going to sell out the full American Airlines, so you should be able to wait until same day, the day of the concert, and find tickets for half price. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm like, there is no way that we're going to find tickets for half price. And she's like, oh yeah, they're going to be floor seats. There's no way she's going to sell out the full American Airlines, da 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 da. I'm like, you don't even listen to SZA and like the new artists like that, so you really don't know, right? But again, somebody has convinced you of this. But I'm like, you don't even listen to her music, so okay, whatever. So a part of me also want to kind of believe it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did want to believe it because I really wanted to pay half off. I was like, well, if I can go from paying $300 for the tickets or $230, whatever they was, and only pay $150, I'll go ahead and take that, you know? But then in the back of my mind, because I'm a logical thinker, in the back of my mind, I'm like, there's absolutely no way that this shit is going to work, right? But she convinced me we were able to do this. So the whole entire time, like, I'm still checking online or whatever. So from January up until recently, I'm still checking online to see if the prices have dropped. And I'm emailing her, not emailing her, Lord, I keep saying email. I'm texting her and I'm letting her know, hey, the prices are dropping. You know, you sure you don't want to buy these tickets? She like, no, trust me, they gonna drop, da da da, they gonna drop, they gonna drop. I'm like, okay, girl, they gonna drop or whatever. But in the back of my mind, at this point, doubt is starting to seep in because, again, I'm not seeing these prices drop at all. I've been itching to do some green. I don't know why, but I've been like really itching to do green, so that's what we're about to do. I'm using some e.l.f. concealer, of course, because y'all know that's my stuff. You know, that's what I cut my crease for. My homegirl in the comments told me not to use or not to go and get Juvia's. Said it's very runny and it's just not worth it. So, I mean, I'm going to listen to y'all. If that's what y'all say, then that's what we going with. But anyway, back to this. So, last week I seen her and I asked her again. I'm like, is you sure we're going to be able to get tickets or whatever? She's like, yes, trust me, I got the perfect website and everything like that. So I'm like, okay, girl. So then yesterday comes and it's the day of. No, prior to that, because she performed in Austin that Thursday. So I was like, I'm looking at her Austin show and it's Thursday and these prices ain't dropped. And she's like, well, that's just because it's Austin. No, that's just because it's SZA, right? And I'm like, these prices ain't coming down, girl. Like, these prices are still high. If anything, I feel like they're going up. And it's not a lot of tickets left. So she like, just chill. We're going to go ahead and get tickets or whatever. So then yesterday comes, and in the back of my mind, because, like, I don't know. Like, I am a realist. Like, I think logically. And we don't have tickets. I've already seen what the Austin show is like. We're not getting tickets. So I get up yesterday and I go about my day. I went to the spa. Oh my goodness, the spa was so relaxing. I went to the Gaylord spa. Expensive. $200 for a 30-minute session is a lot of money, but whatever. Yes, very expensive, but super relaxing. So I went there. The ladies were getting naked. I don't know. I always have to think about like getting naked in front of people, but these ladies didn't really seem to care too much. Like they was just taking off their clothes. I was like, ma'am, I'm standing here. Like you don't want to wait until I leave? Like, okay. But anyway, I just knew in the back of my mind, like, girl, we not going to this show. So I had already made plans on coming home and just relaxing for the rest of the day. She had her little dinner. I was going to make it to the dinner. And that was just going to be it. I didn't have no plans of actually going to SZA because, girl, it's already 4:30 and there's still no word. Okay, I'm using this palette. This is the Flamingo palette from Lick and Lash. I honestly don't even know if they still around, but I'm going to use like a shade like this right here in the corner to apply to my lid. Like, I don't know why I want to do green today, but I do. And we're just going to roll with it, okay? We're just going to roll with it. What I really like about this palette is that it never takes too much for you to get the color on there. It just such a pigmented palette. I don't even know if they're around. I have to look that up. I have to see. But anyway, she texts me and she's like, I'm in line now. The box office opens at 6:30 and it's 60 people ahead of me. I'm sitting on the ground. Like, why this is unhinged behavior. Like, we are not teenagers anymore. We is old people. We don't have time for this. We buy our seats, we go, and we have a good time. We don't be outside waiting in line and doing all this extra stuff. Like, we too old for this. If I gotta do all that, I don't want to damn go. But she's like, no, we're gonna get the tickets. I told her, I said, look, dog, I was cool with the 2:30. I was with you with the 2:30 amount. If those tickets are anything over 2:30, I am not purchasing them. I don't know about anybody else, but like, I have responsibilities. I have bills to pay. And this is where it hit me. This is where it hit me about her. I said, this lady don't give a fuck. And I really do wish that I could be unhinged and not really give a fuck like that, because I am pretty damn sure it is such a breeze to live life just not giving a fuck. Like, oh, this bill is due, whatever, I get to it when I get to it. And that is her motto. Like, I'm gonna make it back. Girl, you are married. Of course you're going to make it back. Your husband is going to assist you with making it back. You don't understand that we live two different lifestyles. I am single. I am single. Like, if it really came down to it, my ex would help. But, like, I am still an independent woman, girl. And this is why I'm a firm believer that you can have friends of all different backgrounds. It is just very important for you to know what's in your realm and what's not in your realm. I was going to do like a little bit of black, but I don't feel like it needs it. I'm just going to do like a little dark brown in here. Just build that up. But yeah, you need to know. It's nothing wrong with having friends that love to splurge. I had a friend who loved to buy Coach and, you know, Chanel and Louis Vuitton and all that stuff. She don't mind spending $500 on a bag, but I know what's in my limits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not able to do that. And it's nothing wrong with you verbalizing it to your friends and just saying, you know what, girl, this just ain't gonna work for me. Because when she told me the price of the ticket, she said the tickets is I want to say she said it was $370. I said, yes, girl, I am out, but I will see you at your dinner. You see, knowing what's within your limits is very important. I could absolutely try to keep up with her and her damn spending habits and be like, oh yeah, I got the 390. I do have the 390, but what I'm not going to do is spend that when I also have a friend coming down here. Okay, my friend's coming down here next week, and I know we're gonna be off into some shit, so I'm not going to spend extra money that I don't need to spend. So have to make better decisions. And I also think it's just about budgeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to budget and you have to know what's within your means and what's without or with not in wait shit what's not in your means. Okay, there you go. You have to know the difference. That is so important. Do not be afraid to tell your friends that sometimes you just can't do it. Y'all not friends if you can't verbalize that. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Urban Decay primer because my ex cleaned up my room for me when I was doing a conference last week. So he was so nice to clean up my room for me, but I don't know where he put half of my stuff at, and I don't feel like calling him trying to figure out where the hell my primer is. So we're just gonna use this one because this is the only one that I can find. So we're just gonna roll with it and call it a day. Primer in the shade Dark. Yeah, it's a little, not primer, I say primer, but it's a color corrector. So I put it under my eyes and stuff because you know your girl got bags and shit under there. So we just use a little bit of that, call it a day. But yeah, back to my rant. I realized, like, this girl just do not give a fuck when it comes to spending money. I'm not one to get into your financial business. That's none of my business. I don't give a shit. I just know about my financials. And girl, we can't keep up. Like, she the type to want to go out, spend $300, $400 on a weekend and then turn around and do that shit the next day. Like, no. This is the same person who feels like she's still kind of young. Like, baby, we is old. We cannot go out on a Thursday night and get up and go to work on Friday. I used to be able to do that. I used to. I can't do that now, love. Like, that's no. All right, I'm gonna use some of my NARS in the shade Walnut, and I'm gonna just, you know, paint first. Put my concealer down, and then I'm gonna put my foundation down. But I believe in having boundaries with your friends. I think that is super important. My friend always jokes and laughs at me because my friend that's coming down here, we've been friends for like 12 years, right? And we know each other, right? Like, we just been around each other. Like, we understand, we know each other or whatever. So when he came down here, I told him, well, when he comes down here, he ain't came down here yet, but when he comes down here, I told him, I said, sir, you got like probably like a maximum of like 2 to 3 weeks at my house before you gonna have to go get a hotel. I'm not telling you gotta leave Texas, but you gonna have to go and get a hotel. Just because I know I like my space. And not to say he would bother me, he wouldn't. It's just I don't like people in my space like that, right? And that's an honest conversation. My friend says it's rude. It's not rude. What would be rude is for me to allow him to come down here, and then after the 2 to 3 weeks is up, me start acting funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there would be rude. But if I set the expectation for you prior to you coming down here, then you should already know what to expect. This is some NARS foundation, New Caledonia. But never once did I say, you know, my friend wasn't welcome back. I just need a week off. Like, you just gonna have to go stay in a hotel for a week. Let me regroup, you know, walk around in my drawers, get myself together. And then by all means, you're definitely welcome to come back. But for you to be here just that long without me having a break, like, whew, oh my goodness, trying to entertain somebody that long drains me, okay? And at least I am aware of that. I am self-aware and I am honest, right? If you want to keep our 12-year friendship, I'm telling you, because I might say something out the way, you know, just out of irritability, and I don't want to do that. So he was very understanding. He get it. Shit, hell, if I came up back to Ohio, he would be like, "Look, you got about 2 weeks. That's it." Like, we understand, and I think again, being honest with your friends is so important. If you know you're not the type of person that can go kick it every night, you need to be able to say that. I don't think that we should be lying. Girl, we is too old for this shit. We are in our 30s. Like, that time to be lying and pussyfooting around shit. Like, no, just get to it. I found that taking a setting powder that is closer to my skin tone and setting before I brighten it up with like Fenty or Laura Mercier. Speaking of which, I definitely need to go get some Laura Mercier. But I found that just doing it this way it just helps like it not give flashback. It's not too bright. It just fucking works. Okay, so just do it. I am, like I said, I'm impressed with my timing because normally it takes me a good, probably an hour to get ready. But this one, I done zoomed right on through. I done zoomed right on through. People who spend like 2, 3, 4 hours on their makeup and it's not, what do you call that? Like the special effects makeup is insane to me because it's like, why does it take you so damn long to do your face, especially after you kind of understand like the layout or how you want your makeup to look? It's like, why is it taking so long to contour and bronze? I don't know. I guess those are like the perfectionist. I kind of am to a certain extent, but then nah, I really don't be caring that much. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of my Sephora sienna powder just to, I guess, bronze my face. Not really sure if I'm focusing on contour today. Probably not. But we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. I know you guys are probably interested in like my dating life. I'm gonna tell y'all, it is gone. It's gone. I have not even attempted to even go on their website. I don't even know how long it's been since I've been on there, honestly. Like, it's been that long. And it was just because it was just getting fucking weird. Then I would see TikToks about girls going on dates and ending up missing. It was just like, I don't think I want that to be my life. I don't think that that's how I want it to end for me, meeting somebody off a dating app and then things just going wrong. I mean, you could totally meet somebody in person and things go wrong, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't want that. So I was watching this TikTok and there was this guy on there and he was dating a trans woman and he blanked her, and he was given a not a parole, he was given a bond, and he came down here to Texas, child. He came down to Texas and he on one of them sites, and I'm like, do you understand how scary that is to be on one of them sites? And he changed his name on the site. That's not even his real name, but the face and everything still was the same. And it's like, that is extremely fucking scary that you don't even know, like, people, you don't know who you're dealing with. I am taking some of my Fenty Honey setting powder and I'm going to bake right here under my eyes. But I'm like, that shit is extremely fucking scary. You really don't know who you're sitting across from. So when I was on that dating site or whatever, a guy asked my number and I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, if I don't like you, I'll just block you or whatever. But he wound up calling me, and when he called me, he scared the shit out of me because he called me by my first and last name, and I was like, dude, did you look me up? Did you reverse look up my phone number? And come to find out, he did. And I felt like that was so weird. But now in hindsight, I'm like, I mean, I guess I could see how that could be beneficial to you. I mean, again, you could meet somebody off the street and they have a history or a past that you just don't know about. I guess the only thing you can do is just hope and pray that you don't come across somebody whose intentions are not, you know, pure, and they have ill intentions. But I mean, again, that could be anybody. Not saying that's like the complete reason that I'm not in the dating field anymore. I don't know, I just got kind of burnt out. You know, like, I'm in my phase of, my friend is like, I just want you to find somebody and be happy. And it's like, I'm in my phase of, girl, I'm happy by myself. Like, I don't need no man to make me happy. Not in like, oh, I hate men phase. I did have one of those phases, but like, not there. But more so, I'm just happy within myself right now. Like, I don't really care if I have a man or not. I am actually headed up to American Eagle Curvy. I think it should be in the American Eagle store. Hopefully it is. But I'm actually headed up there. I normally do not do malls because of my anxiety. But I'm headed up there today to try the jeans, because it was like 3 people that told me about those jeans. So I'm headed up there today because it don't look like they got my size online, and I'll have to wait on shipping. And it's like I kind of really want those jeans from my friend comes down here, so I can have like some nice jeans to wear, you know. So I'm gonna go up there and check those out today. So my friend asked me the other day if I could date a man that was broke. And I told him, I said, it really just depends on people's definition of broke, right? Because my definition of broke is not going to be the same thing as your definition. My definition of being broke is like myself right now. I always say that I'm broke, but if some shit popped off, like I would be able to pay it with no problem, right? But am I gonna go to the store and pay and buy like a Louis bag? Hell no, I'm gonna go to DHgate, you know? That's what I'm going to do. So it really just depends on your definition of being broke. So to somebody else, their definition of being broke could be, oh, he can't buy me no Chanel bag, so he broke type of thing. But in reality, he can definitely take you out to a nice dinner and he can pay your bills. And so again, it just kind of depends on your definition of being broke. My friend is under the impression that there is never a time in history that comes along where a woman dates a man with no money. And I don't know about y'all, but I've totally been in a situation where I've dated somebody with absolutely no money. I was actually putting gas in his tank, okay? Sometimes we be there for the wrong damn reason, seeing potential in men, and it really don't be for the money. He thinks that I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is that he tries to date women who are quote unquote bad bitches, who have things going for themselves. Of course you can't go for them and not have no money, but you find you a bitch that's kind of like in the same boat as you, y'all going through like the same thing. She will give you her last because she absolutely loves you. I just think as women, we deal with and we put up with bullshit that men under no circumstances will put up with. I remember going out on a date with a guy, our first fucking date, or he orders a drink, and so I order a drink. And the waitress is like, is this going to be one bill or two bills? And I remember him just kind of looking around like, and I'm like looking at him like, bitch, are you kidding me? But I wound up fucking paying it because it wasn't like that deep. But don't be fooled. Women date broke men all the time. Don't tell me that you don't have like a auntie and an uncle who your uncle don't work. He just be around there bumming. Your auntie working 6, 7 jobs to make sure, you know what I'm saying, the house is taken care of. And never once does she complain about anything. He ain't worked in the last 4 or 5 years, but he be at home. You know what I'm saying? So don't just say that women just date men for money, because there's a lot of women out here who ain't wised up and who really just dating for love, and it's becoming difficult. Okay, I'm using a little bit of the Fenty bronzer Mocha Mami to warm up my cheeks a little bit, because she's like really red, so I use her like more as a blush or whatever. But I remember 2 women in my life telling me to marry for security. Do not marry for love. And I remember when they both said it, I looked at them crazy like, what the fuck? But as I get older, honestly, I understand exactly where they're coming from, because when you marry for love, sometimes you will end up in some really fucked up positions out of love, giving your last out of love. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you marry for security, you really don't have to worry about too much of anything. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. I never believed it before, but I definitely believe it now. I remember the same lady who told me to marry for security, her also saying love will come. Love will come when you get somebody who can take care of you, like really take care of you, and that you're able to just kind of let your guard down. They love you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. When they love you like that, you will begin to love them. Now, I'm not going to say it's an easy process in the beginning, but it definitely comes. Like, love will grow. And I'm not telling you guys to go after the man that you don't find attractive and who does nothing for you. I'm not telling you that, because it can be some ugly ones and they still be not worth a damn either. What I'm telling you is that if you find him attractive but you feel like he's too nice, because let's be honest, us as women, sometimes we pass up on the nice guys, okay? If you feel like he's too nice, I would just encourage you just to try it and see where it goes. And if nothing else comes of it, the most that could really come of it is you being treated good. And you deserve that, and sometimes you being treated good and not having to constantly yell or be insecure about shit it makes love grow. I mean, honestly, me and my ex, like we've had our differences, but I can honestly say that he he does love me, you know, and it's been extremely difficult, and I will not take anything from him, but I am going to say in the beginning it was so hard for me to really see like, oh, this may be who Jesus wants me to be with, because he was just so nice and I wasn't used to that. Like I was used to fighting physically. It's not funny. Fighting physically and, you know, arguing all the time. I was used to some very toxic situations. So when he came along, I didn't know how to process that. But I will tell you, he has set the bar very, very high. And if I've gotten nothing else from this, it was simply just knowing how to be treated. And like I said, if you don't get nothing else out of it, it's just you being treated good and you deserve that. So go out with the guy you think is a dork and see what happens. All right, let's blend out our under eye, girl, because we almost done, you know, and we got to go. But don't be trying to say like, Ari told me to date somebody ugly. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm just simply stating that whoever you may be overlooking, sometimes that is the guy who is going to give you everything that your heart desires. Okay, not all the time, because again, some of them do be playing games. Like they chase you, and then by the time they get you, they want to play games and shit. So I'm not saying that, but I am saying that sometimes, just sometimes, you know, the guy you're overlooking is the one that's going to get you everything that you want. Okay, let's do these lips so I can be done and get out of here. This right here is the shade Molasses by Sephora. And I'm going to use this on my lips. I don't know why I just said it like that, but I am. Okay. Put this on my lips. If you guys have made it here and you like the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. But only if you want to be here, girl. Okay? Only if you want to be here. Alright, I'm going to hit it with the Nude Embrace by Maybelline. I don't even think they still carry this, people. I'm sorry. You may only be able to get it online if they do, but I'm not sure that they do. Okay, so this is another thing that I found. This is the Buxom White Russian Sparkle Lip Gloss. It might be like a lip plumping gloss, but I found this. Y'all know I'm always finding stuff that I don't use or I don't know where it came from. So I'm gonna try to use this. That's not really doing what I want it to do. It's very glossy, but it ain't a lot on here. Huh. Maybe they just want you to use a little bit. I don't know. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I will be working on getting this uploaded in 1080 or higher, I guess, resolution. I just have to figure out how to do it. Hopefully I can either YouTube it or look it up online and find out. And if not, I'll just wait until my friend comes down here to upload this video. Hopefully it's not that long because I know how y'all get. But anyway, I gotta go. I love you guys and I'll see you guys next time.